But but then you could have a ring that's got, say, a tanzanite set into a fucking opal. Like, how dope could that be? I'm probably This is probably just a sign that I'm losing my mind, don't mind me. Whoa, holy shit. Where were you? I might have to cut that off. Alright. I was just kinda rolling this, and I was like, that wasn't, like, super color bound before." I swear it's always those pieces that are, like, next to something that. Okay, so we're going to set this tanzanite, huh, which was a gold pendant at one point. Hmm, this is really difficult at this point to do. Let's first make a setting for it. 22 gauge squared. There we go. 24 gauge. A bed frame. I used to have a really cool one when I was a kid. I swear that bed that I had as a kid was so much bigger than the one I have now. By the way, I want to take a second to thank the people who are here. I'm making prong setting for this tanzanite for the lighter case. If you like what you're watching, please subscribe. We are getting better at making videos slowly but surely. What's the purpose, Iris? That's a nice tansy. It's gotta be topaz. It can't be tanzanite. I'll test it here in a moment. If it is tanzanite, we'll probably try to put it into. What is the Y, Iris? That. Oh, then I thought back. Once upon a time, when I was homeless and may or may not have been, Breaking Bad a little bit. I, well, I wasn't cooking, but anyway, I had gained access to this, it was a apartment kinda, it was like a studio apartment in a apartment complex, but they rented it out by the day, and for some reason, it was completely empty for, like, a week, at least. I don't know, but, it had a really nice bed in it. It was one of those 4 poster panel thing, freaking yeah. I did my best to make sure that I actually slept on the couch because I didn't wanna F up the bed. Like, I know I'm breaking and entering. This is a long time ago. But I don't wanna be completely disrespectful and make you have to change the sheets on the bed. See, now function, that's where my whole thing is, Iris, is, like, that four-poster bed looked really dope, but what's the function? Don't get me wrong, I've always wanted to sleep in one, haven't even then, but I did not fuck that up. There is no way. It's not practical, I agree, but they're cool. I want I want one someday. Isabella, I have to ask, how expensive? That's that's right there. Oh, God. And so by that, I'm guessing you mean it was like yeah, I was gonna say, so with inflation and how long you've been single, it's probably a $15,000 bed set by now. I mean, $3,000 bed set. Yeah, yeah. By the way, Isabella, I really appreciate you allowing us to have our stream this week. I need the distraction too. Trust me. I'm with you on that. Technically, I I don't even think I paid for my bed. Uh, my bed was headed for the dump. I rescued. I don't even have a frame. I have a box, a mattress, and then a bigger mattress, which can get really challenging sometimes. It's something stupid. I, right now, like I am wearing the clothes that I had when I was in pre-release. Like my shit's falling apart. This is my Sunday shirt. It's only got a couple holes in it. You're out of frame. I had nothing else. Hey, what you doing over there? Stay off them gemstones. he's much more interesting than what I'm doing right now, so murder muffins? Walrus whiskers? Yeah. He totally has you have walrus whiskers. Ah, this algorithm is gonna pick up that I've got a cat on my screen, and, suddenly we're gonna get flooded with a bunch of people because I'm doing a kitty live stream. Uh-huh. We're still just working on a single setting, by the way. Mm, right. Hey, Sabella, I've shown you uh MTDC Jewelry, right? Their company, they're on YouTube. I learned a lot of my more traditional work from them. Uh you can kind of see my videos. I'm starting to learn how to do better videos. Although that maddening bullshit they have of a completely perfect space to be working or shit. I have to send you a link. I have an idea for a pendant that I want to do. It's traditional style. It's completely in my head. One of the reasons I've been putting it off is because, like, I'm trying to stick to pieces that, besides customs, that aren't dumb expensive. Um, and it's dumb expensive. definitely falls into that category. That's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? Of course it has real bismuth in it, Iris. Like, what did you think it was fake bismuth? I guess I mean, people are often surprised when I tell them this is what's in Pepto-Bismol. But yeah, this is literally what's in Pepto-Bismol. The more you know. Spella, can I get a that one thing? Which here's the really interesting thing. So you notice the color on the back. Any guesses? Uh, yeah, any guesses as to why it's got color on one side? I think it's a form of oxidization, like when you, so the way that's made is you take a bunch of or not Pepto-Bismol, you take bismuth. Pepto-Bismol is made with bismuth, but, like, it's so much easier just to buy the fucking bismuth and probably cheaper in the long run too. Anyway, and then from there, you melt the bismuth down in like, you can do this on your stove, although remember to use all safety equipment. I was gonna say, it's probably oxidization that does the coloring, but I'm not 100% positive. But I have a feeling that you could polish that coloring off. It's just, why would anyone wanna do that? It's really cool looking. Why indeed? Oh, oh, what about a bismuth ring? What the fuck would we do without Siri? I still miss Jarvis, but Cortana is pretty freaking awesome in itself. A lot of people, so originally the Cortana was gonna be Tony Stark's Jarvis. Oh, you are just being a lovely, lovely player. Yes, you are. You I think you might cooperate just a little bit. Just a wee bit. That's better. Thank you. I have a feeling I might have to break out tweezers on this one again. Well, here at Celestial Reach, I promise, you won't need an upgrade to your items. You may end up wanting one, and we will happily provide you with whatever upgrade you may wish. But need, no, you won't need one. Motherfucker! Sabella, I have no idea the difference between a fucking iPhone 1 and an iPhone 57.773. Like, I just couldn't keep up with all those. I don't even keep up with the Android ones either. Like, what? There's no point. It's like I get okay, 5, 6 years old. That's pretty good that it's got a longevity like that at least. Mine's starting to have this fucking I don't know what to call it with its camera. All I know is it's really starting to piss me off. Or not its camera, its keyboard. Oh, you fool. Look at this new one, guys. Its blue is so pretty. You can see it from a bit of ways. Aren't they, Sabella? Part of me is tempted to make a gold pendant with one of those. Another part of me is tempted to make a pendant with all of them. Part of me also wants to see if there's a way that I can find to still make a living wage, but make gold pendants that cost with a gemstone that costs less than, and like not some teeny like shit, even this. Like, by the way, this is going in the treasure box. I don't know what it is. I think it's quartz. Let's try this. But like, if I make that with solid gold, it's big deal. Like, I don't know. I don't. They got boring. They got boring, Sabella. Can you believe I'm saying that? How could they get boring? Iris, I have no idea who any of those are. I, yeah. Unfortunately, the best that I can do for myself is like books in the background. And even then, I gotta listen to them like 3 or 4 times. Heard that, Sabella. Every night I have some Star Wars, or I have all of like the Silmarillion, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, uh, enough Star Wars to kill in even the most hardened Star Wars nerds. Especially any of them that are like super stuck to the whole new canon shit. Which don't get me wrong, like I don't hate the canon. I don't dislike the old version. I just don't like the current arguments. Uh, I know what VTubing is. I've always felt it was. Um, I don't look down on the VTubers themselves. I don't think. I just wonder about it sometimes. I don't understand. And I'm the kind of person who would rather watch someone else play a video game, uh, so that I can see the storyline than deal with the bullshit of playing it myself. Perhaps it's because I just never gave a fuck what whoever was playing had to say about it. I was there for the game or the storyline of the game, not their reactions. Actually bought one of my old roommates, when PlayStation 4 originally came out, I bought him a PlayStation 4 so that because I wanted to see the continuation of Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear Solid 4 had just come out, but I didn't play video games anymore. I had just quit back then. That I was 17, and, yeah, bottom it. I said the deal was half of the value goes towards rent, and, half the value is to pay you to play through this game first. Here's the game. Get playing. Iris, what I actually wa why would you need the camera to point at whoever's recording it at all? That was my thoughts on it. I can totally see what you're saying there, but, like, simple way around it, let's just play without a camera. Now, again, this isn't on the VTubers because I would think that we would be more inclined to watch, but I guess that's me. Um, it seems it's super, super popular, and a lot of VTubers are super successful. Um, so obviously, if there's a market, it's yeah, it's not the VTubers, it's the market. That's what baffles me. I've gotta figure out, or the fact that there is a market. No, where I thought that that could be would actually make, uh, be a profitable thing, which shows what I know about it, would be instead of, like, you know, the technology could have been used for some really amazing at-home animation. Um, and it's accessing a entire field of animation to, as of yet, a group of people who didn't have access. I imagine people like Cell Sword Arms, or Cell Sword Studios, whoever the fuck they are. Really, really cool gambit they have showing more realistic sword stuff. Um, Actually, it's way more realistic. But anyway, like that could have had some really interesting possibilities with that technology, that type of thing. That could have been dope. See, that's the type of use I saw for mocap coming out, not I mean, shit, you're not even seeing their real facial actions. Like, if that's what you're there for, is it really what you're there for if, because you're not actually seeing what their real facial reactions are. I can imagine often it gets very jumbled or doesn't understand what it's seeing, so on and so forth. It's a phenomena I don't get. We've had many of them in this country as of the last 10 years, and I never look at it as like, why is that person doing that and making, it's like, why are all these people following them? That's what makes no sense. I do wonder about that, Iris. Although it is probably doing worlds of good for AI face recognition software, so that's cool. Because that's a technology I'm either 100% against or 100% for. There is no fucking middle ground. We either don't use it or we go all the way. I really hope we don't see a day where that shit's used partially, which is the whole problem this fucking country has. It's always half measures. Shit, even if I had money, I don't think that's the cause that I would be supporting. I can't say never. Let's just be honest. What I'm pissed about is I can't send any of them a pendant to wear because it won't even show up on their fucking on their channel. So I can't even get free advertisement in return. That would mean it's not free. Duh. Today is not my day for philosophy, that's for sure. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that. All right, we got another Tanzanite stuck in there. Demon Slash? It's an interesting name. Huh. Am I like in acetylene? Ow! No. I really hope not. We're safe. Okay. I want to get one in here somehow, but it is super, super. All right. We already have a carat of Tanzanite up in. Actually, we got about 2 carats of Tanzanite up in here. These are all 50 pointers. 3, I'm closer to 3 carats at least. Oop. We will get these there in time. What am I missing? Where's Sabella? Sabella, vodka down. I need to blame you for something. It's been one of those days, one of those weeks. How do you expect me to do what I do best if I'm not blaming you for things? Huh? I don't know. I don't even know what to blame you for. How am I supposed to blame you for things if you're not doing things that I can blame you for? Huh? See? It's your fault that you're not doing anything that I can just blindly accuse you of. What? Tell me what? I found a way to loop it back to being your fault. It's what I do. Last week, that one couldn't even be blamed on Sabella. Like, she didn't even get a chance to mess up the stream. Nope. This is getting really close to being done. One down there. Not this second. Give it a a few hours ago. It will. It always does. Nah, we're getting close to what should be the end. I don't think it'll be too much longer, and then we should get a couple months. Um, if I had to guess, I would say we'll probably get till October. Oh, okay. Oh, it's duh. Hey, let me switch over to live chat. There we go. I'm being optimistic, very optimistic. And that's just, hopefully 6 months where we don't have a shit ton of blizzards. This actually is fairly well balanced on the bottom so far. Like, this might turn out really well. William, I'm sorry, Sabella. Sounds a wee bit rough. That, yeah, that they do, Iris. Although, when I first moved up here, like, every winter was like this last one. Actually, every winter was worse than this last one's. Not by much, but like this is the first time in a while we've had a really bad winter for several years. The winters, like, don't get me wrong, we get snow, but it's usually done by now, and we definitely got way more snow this year than I can recall seeing in some time now. It's made it somewhat nicer up here. And actually, I'm not so much even against the extra snowpack we're getting. If it would keep doing it and give us an extra 2 months of summer, it would be worth it. There's a lot they need to let us do that they don't. I should have heard from Lauren by now. I think we're at a we might even be above freezing today. I'm not sure. Okay, I know we're above freezing because my windows are open pretty wide, but I held up nicely. Isabella, I don't go outside. Jeez. Uh, all our plants are still dead. At least they were earlier this week when I had to go. You wanna hear something hilarious? 2 packages, uh, priority shipping, like 2-day shipping, flat rate box type thing, plus insurance. Those 2 packages cost me $113. $113 for a freaking package. Mhm. This is a clusterfuck. I agree with you. I agree with you completely, Iris. Don't get me wrong, I mean, roses are pretty and all, but I also have a a particular, bias for a reason. because everybody had to get tattoos, which is cool. Like I ain't got nothing against tattoos, homie. Like you do know you can get something tattooed on you that isn't a skull, a rose, a knife, or a spider web or spider. Like tattoos don't require having something like that in them. They just that was a foreign concept that nobody there could understand. Basically, all, like, artwork, especially tattoos, had to have at least a skull and a rose and some spider webs for detail. I wouldn't expect you to, Sabella. That's like whenever you see somebody who has a really faded, like, skull or rose tattoo, there is a good possibility that it was acquired while doing a little bit of time. Because I swear, like, the originality to come up with something that's not that just isn't there, which is sad because, man, some of those people are the best tattoo artists. It's like, for you I guess you tattoo 250 billion skulls, you get pretty good at it. I really wish I could have gotten to see more of the tattoos the natives had. I don't know if I'll ever get a tattoo again, especially with the fact that I had removed the original one that I did get. If I did, it it might be I I don't know. More likely to get, like, piercings, 'cause I've been thinking about custom body work and, body jewelry, 'cause that shit's cool. Like, dermals? Really? Okay. I didn't know that. 'Cause I've been wanting to create ways to, like, completely ice out somebody. It's where the money is, guys. I don't even know how to tie that out. This is such a pain in the butt. This part right here. Motherfucker. That was fucking dumb. Like, really dumb. So, Bella, there are times where I never know if your autocorrect has screwed you over or if you actually meant the word that you typed. It can put me in an like, it can make me have some very awkward questions sometimes. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing until now. Dimples. I I didn't know dimple piercing was a thing. I thought perhaps your autocorrect may had changed something. I mean, with your vodka texting, I never know. I know what kink dimples kink dim listen, I never know when you started cracking that bottle a bit early, you know what I'm saying, girl? And I didn't know dimples actually got pierced. The more you know. Then again, I guess you could, like, is there anything you can't pierce? The skin type. Yeah, skin. Like, I get fingernails probably wouldn't work, but sides of the hip, another one I can see. Mm, gonna have some real work cut out for me here soon. Mm, the perineum. There's gotta be no way that you can pierce that. I'm probably saying it wrong. What? No way. Why would wait, you have? Never mind. Why? Fucking ow! Ow! God. That was something else I didn't know existed until recently. I kept hearing that term in, like, antidepressant commercials. This product can cause a rare but lethal infection in the perineum, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, yeah, I learned. We'll let you Google it. Why? Ooh, that's a good reason to only make the or to spend a year making nothing but lighter cases. I didn't think of that before. So, the detail on these is something that, like, I feel like doesn't get appreciated fully sometimes on my pieces, and then I thought about what it's like when you maybe, use one of these blessed lighter cases, and then you just take a moment to stare at it while you're feeling nice and connected with the universe. The more you know. I also believe we have fully lost control of this chat. And it's my fault. It's not you, Sabella. I really should know better than to or know to keep a better, uh be more mindful of that, but I'm just not in the right place currently. for that shit. I just don't have it in me to care at the moment. It's kinda stupid, but I can just take the video down if I need to. Not that I want to, because that would leave our loyal viewers with 2 weeks of no live stream. So, to those of you hearing this in the future, A, hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. B, thank you for sticking through with all this. And C, uh, on behalf of the entire team here at Celestial Reach, we apologize. We promise. This is not our normal professional manner. Blender is a form of 3D modeling. It's so the those rip-off technical institutions have really pushed Blender, to their students, making it out like that's what's used in professional video game and all that stuff, whereas I'm like my roommate was going to school for at one of them, and so I kinda started looking into it, and not that there's anything wrong with Blender itself as a program, I mean, it just got a lot of notoriety on that because those schools kinda rip off, uh, and in my opinion, what is an at-risk community. I think they're, like, made specifically to rip off those people. I almost fell for it when I was a young kid, like 10 years ago. I almost downloaded it because I want to be able to make and print 3D rings. And I do believe it's free to use. I might be wrong on that last part. Dear God, I hurt. Why do I hurt so bad? What are you doing? Now. Oh, yeah, that's right. Isabella, I got something kind of cool for both you. It's a sterling silver chain. You might notice that something's kind of weird about it. It's a really long chain. Yeah, and see, like I'm thinking about it's like 36 inches. Uh, if you're a man, I would not recommend wearing one of the big pendants that I make on this necklace. You might regret it. 'Cause I mean, well, that's me wearing it. It is a nice chain though. I do like the I probably end up making like 2 or 3 chains out of it. Iris, that can actually be very dangerous and cause strangulation. Especially with the weight of one of those. Hmm, I do not promote wearing the jewelry that I make and or sell in a potentially hazardous or life-threatening manner. This would be irresponsible, and I can't do that. No. One of my pendants is big enough to be slightly worrisome. Sabella. Hi, Isabella, Isabella, Isabella. I'm not mad at you, Isabella. Listen, I'm just being good because, like, yeah, I don't need any problems from HR, okay? And your PR, you run the PR department, so I'll let you deal with any fire that may come from that. I'll just link the email uh for your department in for people to make complaints about whatever you might say. We could make a whole new like series of videos about Sabella composing emails to people complaining about the things that she says during live streams. It would probably go viral quicker than my channel ever will. Dear Karen, I am sorry. I God, I gotta be good. I gotta be good. Must be good. Reply. My name's Susan. Right? I'm still fucking wondering where the one from Pro is supposed to be. Oh, I'm sure you do. He said he was. I am kinda, but he also might not be in service right now. Although I too am slightly concerned that I haven't heard from him in the last day or 2. He's a busy guy, though. Me too. Will's awesome. I really yeah. Will is definitely one of those patrons that I don't think we would have a channel without. Hey, now my mind is starting to work a wee bit better and slightly less depression. I might break out a torch or something for an hour. I figure the second I break out a torch too, will show in or show up because that'll mean I'm not working on the lighter case. And that's just how the universe works. Ow! Fucking he does. Thank you, Smoke. Oh, yeah, once they start coming together, they look decent. I'm not sure how many stones I'm gonna be able to put up here. I might be able to get a couple here and one there. Yeah, they do turn out pretty dope. It's just like it's hard to put a pricing on it. It really is. I remember the first one taking for fucking ever to do. And I mean, we've been working on this 2 hours, and what have I really accomplished? Like, a little bit of detail, not much. I've got it's all tanzanite on this side, and then there's one sapphire that I'd put in over here, but it might get switched out for a tansies. I don't know. It depends on if I can find one in the right size. Oh, I did add a stone. Yes, that is true. Oh, yeah. You know, I wonder how many times I cursed during the creation of a piece like this. Unfortunately, I do not believe that they have created the supercomputer that can run a powerful enough AI to actually figure that number out. We'll probably figure out what the last digit of pi is before we know the answer to that question. It's fair. I can't do it. I can't fucking take this music anymore. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay. Beethoven should not be fucking copyrighted. What kind of horse shit that is. Fuck it. No. Hmm. No. Maybe. I don't know. We might. I'm gonna finish this stretch before we move into that. Busy. I don't know. Hmm. That could be hard, Stella. I know this. If my hands go, I'm giving in. My legs shot. My hands aside, they're done. Because I know one thing. I can't just sell gemstones. I mean, I could, but I suck at it. Because like, there's two steps. Sabella, I'm well aware of that. I have the yeah. Know what it's like. Yeah, there's two steps to selling nice, pretty gems. Step one is acquiring the gemstone. Step two is ooh, shiny. That's really pretty. Gosh. What do you mean? No, no, that's not for sale. No, no. Uh, no. I no, that we can't sell that one. Yeah. Exactly. That's how it goes. And it always comes out too, because like everyone always wants the my prime example, and it's like that's not for sale until I replace it with something as good or better. No. we go. For instance, for some time, that was my prime tanzanite, and then that was my prime tanzanite, and now this is my prime tanzanite. But this is the only one people fucking want. Until I have in my hands a better tanzanite than that, that one's not for fucking sale. There's only one person I break that rule for. Occasionally. Very rarely. And I gripe about it the whole time. Yeah, right? Fuck, I'm still griping about the Periodo and how amazing it was and how I'll never get one as good as it again. I will, hopefully. If I'm blessed enough to be able to stick to the business long enough, I'm sure I will. You ever think the frame might be drifting out of off of me? That sounds a little better. Plus this video stuff, like trying to make these videos, ugh, and editing them and all that shit, which I'm getting a little better at. What I would not give to have a camera person, though, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, I do have a good simple program for, it's called InShot, for the Android. It's pretty useful. I gotta give it that, like, I've been able to accomplish some pretty cool things with it, but I would really like something that was less time consuming? I don't know. It doesn't help with me having to capture, like, everything. Plus, to get better videos, you have to get, like I shit you not, you're not videoing the process anymore. You're taking photo shoots of 2 seconds of a certain part of the process, and you want it perfect, and then you do some more work. Like, I think that's how it I think that's how it really is. That's that's extensive. Holy crap, Iris. It doesn't even take me that long to, like, edit a video that I made that's got 30 hours of footage that I need to condense down into 60 seconds. What the hell are you doing? Granted, you know way more about the subject than I do, so which reminds me, Sabella, I will get the last video that I uploaded today, I think. I shot it yesterday, but I uploaded it today. I'll get that to you here as soon as possible. Sabella, I wish I could know more about that channel. If it's good enough not to be named, it's got to be an entertaining one indeed. That's okay. Oh, like, I'm trying to think of the things that could even possibly be and, like, going through my head, seriously, karaoke is one of them. But I don't know because 'cause I've never heard you sing. Could be one of those preppy dance TikTok ones. I could definitely see that being one you wouldn't share. Sabella's like, "You'll never know because you can't use social media." Hello, Joyce. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm trying to think off of the different there's Reddit, and I can't think of all the names from Reddit, but hello, welcome. How are you doing today? We're about to change projects 3 hours in. Wait. Ah, right on. Well, thank you for dropping in. Thank you. I put a lot of work and time and effort into my different projects. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Oh, hey, it fits still. gonna have to do a little. I don't I don't know that I'm gonna do a market on Saturday or not. I'm highly debating not. I don't know. It really depends. Like I made my I made the fact that I was hurt kind of clear. Um, which the only reason I don't know that I'm necessarily like hurt. There's plenty of places there. It's just like my setup right now. Everything that I have packed is for the double space. I'm not changing all of that. And if I have to, then yeah, like I don't think I'm gonna put myself in a situation where I'm going to be there if I have to give up that other spot because my setup isn't currently worked like that. So I don't know yet. If I don't, yes. absolutely. Or it'll be or I'll do one Saturday. Because my complaint is literally just about the spot. Will do. Alright. Imma call this project for now. Fuck, it's 7:30, really? 2 viewers? Which means it's 9:30 for is it 10 or is it 8 or 9:30, Sabella? I'm just I'm just contemplating, 8:30? I'm gonna call this one a wrap. I I got too much shit I gotta take care of, and I don't know. I hope they're dry too, Iris. Um, ladies, I really appreciate your consistency and encouragement. Thank you. Perhaps we'll do another one of these this week. We'll see. I know. Y'all have a wonderful week. I will, catch you guys later. Be safe.